In my last video, I tried to compile every single important stealth tool provided in Starfield to let you complete all missions with 100% stealth in mind, at least the ones that are designed for it. In this video, I'll be playing through the Sabotage mission to show you exactly how to complete it without getting caught. To be honest, I'm only making this video because Starfield's stealth, and especially this Sabotage mission, frustrated the hell out of me. I hope that my learning through trial and error here can help you guys get a better chance than I had in completing this mission. First, head to the Infinity LTD office in New Atlantis in the Alpha Centauri system. You can enter under a fake identity to access the marketing floor by approaching this lady at the front desk. You can also enter through the roof to immediately engage in some stealth gameplay. I'll enter under a fake identity to access the first floor, and then don my operative gear to bypass the remaining floors. Speak with the receptionist, and then head into the elevator to the marketing level. Once you've arrived on the marketing level, approach Alice Ortiz to begin their dialogue. Head over to the couch on the side of the room and sit briefly before standing. When Alice begins speaking about having access to the first floor, just sprint past them and follow the exact path that I take to arrive at a vent. Right, it's at this point that I equip my operative gear and suggest dropping a quick save. Head through the ventilation system until you reach this drop down point in the rafters of one of the lower levels. You can sneak along this path at a normal speed without fear of getting caught, and just follow the route that I take until you reach the vent leading to the elevator shaft. This gap right here is a little bit tricky, and if you accidentally slip and mantle, you might get spotted by NPCs, so be careful right here. Drop to the very bottom of the shaft and exit through the bottom entryway. Directly beneath you will be elevator access, which is important to note down for later when we need to reach the executive level. Shown on screen now is what the lower level looks like, with a little bit of a layout view and of course the locations of every NPC shown. We also have the two objectives that you'll need to reach, a computer and also the actual technology we're stealing, which is in a much harder spot. So we're gonna go for the easiest, which is the computer first. There are quite a few different options you can take here. I found that the left path along these pipes worked best for clearing out all objectives on this lower level, and the right path seemed like a better avenue for escape when you're looping back. Thankfully, Bethesda level designers made it pretty obvious where to go from here, and these pipes will lead you straight to another ventilation system. Remember to quick save whenever you feel is necessary. Head through the ventilation system until you reach another drop down point. You're relatively safe in this spot from being spotted, and no NPCs will patrol this area. We're gonna head now to the first computer console that we need to hack. Be careful because as you ascend these steps, there is an NPC in this room. Highlighting them with your power will give you a good understanding of when and for how long they have their back turned, so you can sneak in and complete your objective. When their back is turned at these shelves, simply sneak at a normal pace up to the back of the computer and begin hacking. Upload the necessary file for the quest and then sneak away. Head down the steps once again, and now we're gonna need to steal a keycard. The keycard can be found on most, if not all, of the scientists within the facility, and possibly even on the woman whose computer we just hacked, although I didn't try that. The card is necessary to access the shielded room that houses the prototype we want to steal. Our prime target is this NPC rummaging through some boxes. There are three things to keep in mind as we approach. First, we'll want a quick save in case we fail the pickpocketing attempt. Second, the NPC does sometimes randomly turn their head over the right shoulder, meaning their cone of vision may detect you, so we want to approach a bit on her left side. Third is this pesky NPC at the other end of the hallway. This motherfucker has the vision of a goddamn eagle and detected me so many times from across the room that I had to learn his movement patterns perfectly. Keep track of him through the walls before you make your approach. The moment he turns to walk towards some shelf, you have a brief moment to pickpocket the keycard. I suppose you could just try picking a different NPC target that would be easier, such as the woman in the room or one of the two scientists that are in the far back room, but I went with this because it was convenience sake of the path I was taking. Anyways, we're gonna take the keycard to the back room that has the two scientists and the single guard. Just follow the path that I take through these passageways. Thankfully, there are no NPCs that patrol these exact hallways, which make it a little bit easier. When we do make it to the back room, depending on which desk the scientists are sitting at, we may have to employ the manipulation skill. All you have to do is wait for the guard to wander off into a corner and stay out of our way for a brief time, and then use the manipulation skill on the scientist that is most likely to spot us as we approach the door to send them off in a certain direction out of our way. Also, don't forget to quick save. I find myself doing that a lot recently. So like I said, I'm using a manipulation skill here on this Infinity LTD scientist to send them off into a corner where they won't spot me as I insert the keycard and enter the door. Once the door does unlock, simply slip and slide through and close it behind you. And if all of this wasn't enough, there are three discrepancies in this room that we need to worry about, aside from this head from earlier who can also spot us. The first relates to these giant windows. We need to close the shutters while also avoiding being spotted from the guy outside and the NPC patrolling this room. The timing on this is tricky, so quick save and be patient. When the lady is off to the side and the guy outside is walking towards the desks, you have the opportunity to flip flip the shutters closed without being spotted. Flip the switch and then back away as quickly as possible so that the NPC off to the side patrolling the room doesn't spot you. Next, we have the console to worry about. If you just try to swipe the technology right away, it's going to set off an alarm, and we don't want that to happen. The computer over to the side will disable the alarm. The problem is the NPC often patrols between the technology and the computer, so we're going to have to time it once again perfectly by looping around the back of the room and heading in past her as she's walking back towards the tech. You're going to need a digipick for this, but it's pretty easy to unlock, and all you got to do is disable the alarm and back up to the back of the room again until you can find an opportunity to go swipe the technology. Once the opportunity does present itself, just creep up, grab it, and go. I found it easiest to exit the way that we came in through the back door where the guard and the two scientists are located. It shouldn't give you much issue, especially if you highlight them to the walls to make sure that they're not going to spot you as you walk out. You got a couple of routes that you can go, either up onto the pipes near the ceiling and head back the route that I pointed out earlier, which was a different path we didn't take to get in, or you can literally just backtrack the way that you came in through the ventilation system near that first computer that we hacked. Just turn the corner right here, past these lockers into the weird shower room, and jump straight up into the vent, follow it back towards where the elevator was that I pointed out at the beginning of this level. We need to take this elevator all the way up to the rooftop, which will give us vertical access to get to the executive level and our final objective. This part of the mission is super easy. Just head through yet another vent, do what the game tells you by manipulating this guy to turn the fan off, head down, and as you crawl past this fan, you can kind of get access to where that guard is, which is completely unnecessary, but there is a loot room with also a computer that you can activate to do what was said earlier, which would cause a bunch of people to evacuate. It's not an option that we need to worry about right now because we're doing this completely stealth. And oh wow, would you look at that? There's another vent. Wow, I'm so shocked about that. So we gotta head down this vent treeway, passageway, whatever, drop down into yet another set of rafters. Exciting. It's almost like the lower levels almost completely. We see that there's a computer objective. We also see that there's only like one fucking person on this floor, which makes our life super fucking easy. You may have to manipulate them to get them out of the way, but crawl along the rafters until you basically get above the office door. I manipulate them to get out of the way, like I said, and you just go in and hack it. Boom, baby. And just like that, we're in. Look at that computer, empty ass office, only one employee on the floor who's literally bent to my will absolutely and completely.
What?
Now we just got to do this, looks like a novice level lock. Yeah, this guy really needs to get better protection for the executive level floor. This guy is cheaping out. Anyways, hack this computer as well, upload the last virus, and then we just got to escape. I may have had a little bit of trouble here with my boost pack, but eventually I'm able to mantle back up and head straight back to the elevator that we came in on, and you can just go and finish the quest line by talking to the Ryujin, by talking to the reporter, I think it is, and then, yeah, go to report to Ryujin, and you're good. You completed it with stealth, no casualties. That should be pretty good bonus on your paycheck. Yeah, I kind of lost my mind and my wits filming the commentary for the last little bit of this video, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you found it helpful, and I hope you found the other stealth guide helpful, and if you didn't check that out, you should go check that out. Also subscribe for more Starfield content, because I'm definitely going to be trying to make more with like shipbuilding stuff, I think. Yeah,